The T-22 medium, the rarest tier 10 tank in the game. There are only 2,000 tanks according to WhatLife on the youuuu server. And now Wargaming is selling 12,000 of those. I might push myself to the side so you actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah, in today's video I wanna dive into if this tank might be worth ridiculous prices, because I also want to show you my struggle. I have a friend of mine which has T-22 medium, and he was kind enough to show me some replays he played today. He made a little session, 5 games, 3000 DPG, which is totally a-okay, you know. But he said to me he doesn't know how much you should bet for it if you really want it. He's one of those persons back in the days which got the tank legitimately. He did loads of those shitty missions, and that's it. Go for it. But the thing is, what I'm hearing right now from people, like people having estimates of minimum 100 million and stuff like this, I don't know, because I love to get this tank. It's the last tier 10 tank I personally need in my collection to have every single tier 10 tank in the game. Every reward, every Clan Wars reward, every Tech 3 tank, and every mission tank, you know. Even the WZ-111 chillin'. But is it really worth ridiculous amounts? And quickly we can talk about the tank before we have a replay which shows the strengths and the weaknesses of this vehicle very nicely. The thing at this point is it already got buffed a little bit, you know, a little bit more quicker aim time and a little bit better DPM. But it's still the worst DPM of all the tier 10 Russian Sukholites, you know. The thing about the T-22 medium is that it is never going to be OP in a current iteration, and it's never going to be, you know, Clan Wars relevant. It is basically, I think it was this one. It is basically a prestige object. It's literally only a prestige object. The armor might be insanely trolly with the very slanted side armor, you know. But the upper front plate is just 100mm and it gets easily penetrated by same tier opponents. Gun mantlet, it gets penetrated by same tier standard rounds. It's pathetic. And the side armor is less than optimal. To that you only have 1900 hit points, which is fairly little. I don't know, like seriously, I have a quarrel with myself right now how much I should bet. It's tough. It's a tough decision to make. Let's, for example, take me as an example. If I have crew boost, personal credit boosters on, as well as clan boosters on, I can make around 1 million credits per hour. Let's take this as a baseline. So if we say I am going to bet 55 million, that's 55 hours of work, grinding those credits out to get a single tier 10 tank. A single tier 10 tank. Yes, it is the most rare tank out in the game, but still. So now if you imagine, let's say I am bidding 75 million. 75 hours of work. That's basically 2 weeks worth of work. When you take that normal standard week, it's like 40 hours of work, you know. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I really want a tank, but I don't know if it is worth that much time. Yes, I was able to sell a lot of consumables to get this amount of credits, which you see right now, but yeah. The thing is, again, the T-22 medium, and I really, this is very important for your own personal decision, is a prestige object. It's not OP, it is just rare. And after this sale, it is not going to be the rarest tank anymore. The rarest tank right now is the T-22 medium with 2000, yes. But after the sale, there are 12,000 new T-22 mediums, which is going to split open, or rather give a spot to the most rarest tier 10 tank in the game, being the Caro da Combattimento 45T, the tier 10 Italian reward tank for Clan Wars. So yeah, is it worth it? Let's just jump into the game, which my friend Mango Killer provided, and let's see how the tank can perform. And full disclosure, he had some bad games again. We will have a good RNG in this game, and it is the best damage game he had. So let's just jump in. So, very lucky game for Mango Killer, because as you can see, it's a tier 8 game, and there are only 4 tier 10 tanks, 5 tier 9s, and the rest is forgettable. Yeah, it's Paris. It's a map which is not too bad for a tank like the T-22 medium when you want to work with your armor, and we will see what is going to happen. And I feel like, and this is also what Mango Killer told me, he really feels like this game is insanely well to show what is good and what is bad about the T-22 medium. Because, again, you might say, boah, the armor is insane. We'll see about that. Now, what Mango Killer is doing, he's going into this very insanely good hold down position. He loads heat because he is expecting the E-100 to cross and come in. And you can see, we have to work very, very hard to get a pretty decent angle, because just 5 degrees of gun depression. A 140 would be much more potent in this position, to be honest. So now he is sitting there, he spotted the Jack Tiger and the IS-22, which sadly enough didn't result in any spot damage, because there aren't any TDs which are usually be able to shoot down here. You would stay here and you could do loads of damage on the people crossing. Interestingly enough, the Karanwagen has very big balls, you know, and he is driving forward, spotting the T-57 Heavy, and this is the get-go for Mango Killer to say, you know what, I might also go up there and try to trade with him, and oh, look at that, an E-100 is spotted. And he has still a heat loaded, but he is going to reload an APCR round because the E-100's lower plate is so exposed that he can just pamper it with shells until the mighty German beast is going to be dead. Now, he is not really doing good side scraping because he is showing his upper front plate, which is fairly weak, but the E-100 is like, nah, T-22 medium? Not gonna focus that. Why should I? I am the mighty German behemoth. And he's dead. Mango Killer getting 1600 damage out of it, which is nice, which is very, very nice. But I can't shake the feeling that a tank like the 907 or the 140 could have done even more damage because of their higher DPMs. And yeah, you could see how Mango was fighting to get the lower, the gun depression to shoot into the lower plate of the Chrysler GF. I don't really know what the Sir Foch tank is doing right there. He really plays weirdly, and you will see even more weirdness by him when you see what he is shooting. Yeah, Mango is deciding to push the Jack Tiger, and he's trying to get a much angled side armor as possible to make it hard for the guy to penetrate. Because if he, for example, tries to go for the lower plate, it might not be enough and he will bounce because of the auto bounce angle. And the side armor should be enough as well. Here, I think, though, he makes a little mistake over angling, and yeah, there we go. Jack Tiger just slams him for 650 damage. So much about its great armor, you know, it's great side armor. I don't know how this shot hit, but that was very, very lucky for sure. And you can see the gun handling, it's huge. Honestly, the 140 would be a point and click adventure, while this tank is like whoosh. And it was worse before the buffs, you know, boys and girls. But still, we are 3500 damage. And Mango Killer is driving with a stabilizer, with vents, and with a rammer. That's why he has a 5.9 second reload time. That's what he told me. Sadly, we can't see it in game because wargaming memes. Very lucky right there that the Waffenträger auf Panzer 4 didn't shoot at him but shot at the Progetto. And look at how he's getting deleted. And he is a gunner. 3800 damage. Let's see what we can do else. And there a Stritzwagen S1 is being spotted. And obviously 90mm all-around armor. That's peanuts. He can easily penetrate that. And you can see he is trolling him. Like, this is what you should do, I guess. Over-angling your side armor. He's shooting into it. Even hit the gun. And he has not enough penetration to even get remotely close to penning. But now, I'm not entirely sure where he is hitting with his Stritzwagen. But you can see he's in a face hug. Boom! Just shooting right through the gun mantlet. You know. Even killing the driver. That's kind of weird. Or he hit down here. Probably hit down here. But the best thing is now. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I'm wrong. He hit up here. You know, it looked kind of weird. I might not have said anything. But, boys, the STB-1. If I could use this goddamn gun. Thank you, Wargaming. Yeah. Straight through the gun mantlet. Destroying the gun. Straight through the gun mantlet. With AP rounds. That's the biggest weakness. Some people say even that the T-22 medium's gun mantle is literally Swiss cheese. And I can attest that I know Swiss cheese, and goddamn, that has to be holy. Seriously. I don't know. At this point, again, the tank is a collector's item. That's it. It's purely a collector's item. Sadly, here the STB1 is quick enough to finish off the other guy, and Mango is just going for some more damage. And here, I'm not sure if he should have tried to do reverse side scraping, because STB1, I don't know, he is not driving forwards, and now he's a little bit confused, and yeah, he just dies to an AP round. Don't know where it penetrated, probably over here, because it is angled towards him, and yeah. That's how Mango Killer dies, with 5,494 damage and 277 assists and just a single shot of damage bounced. The thing is, he had other games where he had a lot less luck with RNG and a lot less luck with armor as well. You know, so again, I'm just asking myself, I have a quarrel with myself, or quarreling, I guess. Is it worth it? A shitload of credits. Let's have a quick look at the post-game stats so you know what he managed to do. Third class for this boy, 5,494 damage. Again, just 277 spot. No blind shot damage, which is unfortunate, and just a single round bounced. High caliber as well as the supporter medal. Because, yeah, he didn't go for any kills because, yeah, god darn, free mark whore. Yeah, top damage for sure. 74,000 credits made, and he had to pay also for some auto consumables, or for the consumables. 17 shots made, 17 hits, 17 penetrated. He said that this was insanely lucky, that's why he also had 5.4k damage, period. The shot on the Chrysler was lucky, you know. So we shouldn't really expect this to be what you are going to expect. Again, he drove 4 rounds, you can see it down here, and he had 3,000 damage per game in those in total, like in those 4 games, which is good, which is totally what you would expect from a tier 10 tank, you know, in a good clan, from a good player. But goddamn, I don't know. I hear people saying we have to bid a minimum of 50 million. 50 hours of work. Some people say you have to bid a minimum of 75 million. I don't know. I don't know. For an example, the WSA Chillin, he went out for 26.1 million apparently, was the minimum bid. And there were 9,000 of them. That is still 26 million for a reskinned tier 10 vehicle. This thing is the rarest tier 10 tank at the moment in the game. You know, the rarest tier 10 tank in the game. At this point, I think everybody has to ask themselves how much they are willing to pay to get this tank. I can't give an estimate. I simply can't. I think that 50 million should be safe, but I don't know how many people are literally converting gold into credits to get a 100 million bet. I hear people saying, yeah, 100 million will be minimum bet. And I'm sitting here asking myself, should I bid 75 million? Should I bid 69? Nice. Million? Is it really worth that much? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. And it's frustrating. I wished Wargaming would not have done this tank as a credit auction. It's insanely the greed from Wargaming in that regard. You might say, but Raging, it's credits. Come on, the Fort Knox you can buy right now for 100 euros to get 12 million credits. You can exchange credits for gold, you know. Previously, we had the Aufklärungspanther, which was for 9.4 million. Excuse me, not 9.4, 7.777 million apparently was some of the minimum bids I heard. And they had the Chillin. Wargaming knows exactly what they're doing. I wish this tank would have been for bonds. Might have been a little bit fairer to most people. But yeah. What do you think? Is it worth 50 million? 60 million? 70 million? 100 million? I heard people betting 130 million to get it for sure. Still, those are 12,000 tanks out there. I don't know if 12,000 people can muster 50 plus million. I don't know, boys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is probably not the perfect review. It's just my struggles with this tank and from what I've seen. Cheers, good luck, and I'll see you around.